Welcome to another episode, everyone. The worst race riot in New York State prison history. This guy here says they stabbed all of the blacks. He's Puerto Rican. He says we stabbed all of the blacks when we came out to the yard. But he said he had warned the brothers. Let's get into it, man. Let's see.
Can you tell us about the riot where your teeth got knocked out?
That's one of the riots. I've been in two riots. I was in Southport riot. I've been in Kasaki riot. I closed Kasaki down.
What does that mean?
It means that I shut the jail down. It was a riot where it was a riot that it's funny because to this day a lot of brothers look at me and they be like, but it's true. Like, in jail, you can have, I'm raised with a bunch of brothers, a bunch of black brothers,
Yeah.
right? I have Spanish friends, but I'm around black people mostly all the time.
Okay.
So, and
that's how Boy George was.
And the only Spanish guys that I'm around with is TS guys.
Yeah, right.
I swear, because everybody else black. So, and we got TS black guys too, though. But my point to you is that it's just the whole
Kasaki.
Kasaki was like blacks against the Spanish, and it wasn't even like that. It just in jail it becomes that.
Yeah.
People in jail, for some reason, it just becomes blacks and the Spanish, blacks against the Muslim against the Spanish, or the Muslims against the guard bodies, the Muslim against the Bloods. Mm-hmm. Like that. So there was just one of the occasions where it was like a guy came from another jail. He had stabbed somebody else that I knew, and I just got to know this guy. But he's from the Bronx, straight up guy, cool guy, amazing stand-up guy. And he tells me, yo, these guys over there was part of the that they did to me in another jail. They tried to cut me and this, that. And I was like, well, you want to feel like you got something you want to get off your chest? He said, yeah, I want to cut that back. Mm. And I was like, all right, so you cut him. So he went back, boom, he cut the guy, and
So did he just say the N-word? Yeah, I want to cut that ninja back. They cut it out. So let me get this right. You look black, you're half black, you're Puerto Rican or something, y'all black, and you're in prison stabbing blacks, but you out here saying the N-word. These motherfuckers, man.
The guy was just not a regular guy in jail either. He was like one of the main guys, strong. And they was all from Brooklyn, and they turned it into a Brooklyn. They turned it into a black thing.
Right.
And it wasn't even like that, and it was, so this is real exclusive, bro. I went and I told everybody that was in my unit, everybody that was black that I know, like my, guard bodies that I know. Mm. Okay, Sean, yo, lock in, stay in your cell. Yo, Muhammad, stay in your cell. Why you telling me to stay in my cell, Pistol? Stay in your cell.
Muhammad.
You know what I'm saying? All right, boom. So I told all my black friends, stay in the cell. We went out to the yard, boom. The guys ran down on the guy that cut the other black kid. Right. They all ran down on him, almost killed him, an inch away from his heart, took him to the hospital. Ooh. Now the whole jail was closed. Yeah. Now they opened the jail again. And I go back out there and I say, okay, on this date, this is what we're going to do. This day, we're going to go out there, we're going to put the Puerto Rican flag in the middle of the flag, and we're going to stab everybody that's black. And I did that. I went out there and we did that. We put the flag and I stabbed everybody. And the guy that was the main guy that was getting away, he was handcuffed, shackled. They was escorting him out. Yeah. And I ran down, chased the police down, backed them down, and cut him out in front of the police.
Wow. Okay, so you stabbed him while he was handcuffed. That ain't nothing to brag about. You stabbed him while he was handcuffed. He couldn't do nothing. He can't defend himself. You didn't come mano a mano. What's up? Got your knife, I got mine, let's do this. You stabbed him while he was handcuffed. I wouldn't even be bragging about that shit. So you see, he says the N-word, but he has friends, because he has friends that are black. Right? That's why he told Muhammad and Sean to stay in the cell. It's about to go up. I care about black people. I have friends that are black. I looked out for them, told them to stay in the cell. But then he comes out, puts a Puerto Rican flag down in the middle of the yard. This is bananas. This is his story. Puts a Puerto Rican flag down in the middle of the yard and says, let's attack all the blacks. Let's stab all the blacks. I'm still unclear as to why they're stabbing all the blacks, but okay. They stabbing all the blacks. but he has friends that are black. He's saying the N-word, and he run down on the main guy, he says, the shot caller, who's cuffed up, being escorted by the police. And just because the police right there, he's bragging, oh, I stabbed him up, even though the police were right there. Yeah, he was handcuffed. He couldn't do nothing.
And they took me to the cells, it took me to the showers, and
Put the beats on
they
you.
smacked me so hard because I had the razor in my mouth. I got away with it. I got away with it. And the police was looking at me from the tower. And they turned me around. I was like, yeah, it's time to spit it. And I was like, that, and the fuck, he started in his mouth. He got it in his mouth. And and they took me to the thing, and they were like, take it out your mouth, smacking me. And for the first time in my life, I almost swallowed the. Now I thought about swallowing the
On
razor.
the joint.
And then I was like, my blood started. I just spit it out, and I got the scars here,
Yeah.
hanging,
Holy.
and it's hanging from the razor. Got stuck on my, and I'm smacking it, and I spit the razor for the hour. They took me to the box, and then they put me around, and one side of his wings is like wings like that, like a cross.
Yeah.
And I was on one wing with all the enemies. And they all like, yo, you coming out tomorrow, right? They're like, oh, P, what's up, man? Oh, you with us, right? You gonna come out tomorrow? Tomorrow, we got y'all tomorrow, right? And I'm like, yeah, we got y'all tomorrow. Yeah, we got y'all tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow. So the guy across from me, seeing what's going on across from me, I could see his cell. He could see it was a little thing. He was Dominican. He was like, tú tienes problema, yo tengo algo para ti. And I was like, I got something for you.
Yeah.
And I shot my line at night. And I got the razor. And I was like, yeah, I'm coming out tomorrow. And then my other man, which is another guy that I met through problems, because he was homos, and he became one of my friends. He was a big black, I can't tell you his name, he's a no, but he's big, he's strong in jail. He was in the box.
And he was in the ass?
He was one guy, he had like a homo.
Okay.
And he was in a hole, and he was like, yo, that's you.
Oh, here we go. He's saying the N-word again. What is wrong with these people? This is where I have a problem, bro. I know I'm a race baiter, I'm a racist and all this. Whatever, man. I don't give a fuck. This is where I have a fucking problem. You dislike black people to the point you're coming out stabbing them all on the yard, even when they're handcuffed. Well, why you keep saying the N-word? Like you from hip-hop, like you a part of the culture, like you want to up. Why you saying the N-word, bro? You not cool. You not cool with me. You not cool with us. You stabbing up my people. Fuck you saying the N-word for? We have to stop allowing this shit, black people. He don't like us. He ain't cool with us. Not from what the fuck I'm hearing right here. But this is the type of person we will allow and accept in the community. Because he act like he cool with us. Because he act like he one of us. He's not. And we have to stop accepting this shit.
And I'm like, yeah. He said, yo, what's up with y'all? I'm going, what's up? It better be whatever it's going to be, but it's going to be fair. And he's like, yeah, it's going to be fair. And he's taking up for me. He's like, yeah, you already know. Well, whoever fought on this wing, y'all already know what it is. Because he's pop off too. He busts his gun too.
Wow.
So he's like, and I'm like, yeah, I'll be outside tomorrow. And that's why I put the razor in my, and
How do you put a razor?
I just put the back, I put the razor over my thing, went like that, and hoping that the police don't go like this, and because they be doing that.
Right.
And he just passed the wing, went like that.
Yeah.
Boy, and I came out with the razor.
Got it through.
Got it through.
So someone got cut?
Nah, they rushed us before they got crazy. They got me out the.
God.
They let me go though. It almost popped off.
Yeah.
And once they seen that, they was like, no, he's not supposed to be in that cage. Bunch of cops came.
And that is the chaos of state prison. That is like, we just got off a riot, and now we're gonna rush each other again. It's like
regular shit. Now we eating sandwiches in the cell for 6 months.
Right.
Regular shit. And then I turned that in Southport. I turned that 18 months to. I started with 18 months in the box, and I did 3 years and some change in the box.
Wow. Okay.
For fighting the police and fighting. I breaking guys' drawers, and then I was.
Tell us about what is Southport. That's the state prison.
Southport is the first. That's the jail that the New York State. When they came out in the papers, New York State creates its own Alcatraz. It was a big riot.
So it was on an island? Southport's on an island?
No, it's not on the island. They just named it.
Oh, okay.
New York State created its own Alcatraz.
It's a tough place.
Because that's where all the people that kill people in jail, that stab people, they all going to this one jail now. The New York State created one jail, and they sent all the guys that go to box time to that one jail, which is called Southport. And so when it first started, it wasn't structured right. So they was putting guys that had problems with each other, with other guys, 4 guys in one cell here, and it was popping. People was getting stabbed. I was a beast. I used to take my handcuffs off. I was a beast. Take my handcuffs off. That's so be in trouble. I take my handcuffs off and you still handcuff is over. I used to
Right. Yeah. When you open up a prison like that, dude, it's the most bloodshed because it's
super bloodshed.
They're trying to see who's going to get power.
So it was a riot. The guys took over the jail. Took over the COs and have the COs with walking around with chains or like that and
I remember
they cut them through the feet and all that. And police came to my cell, and I had a big chain, a big Cuban chain with a cross.
Yeah.
No, with a salazaro. And it was like, police, it's called the Orange Crutch. Upstate New York, it's called the Orange Crutch. That is the security. This is the special team for riots and big situations. They call the Orange Crutch. They come through and they shut it down. They come with masks on. You don't know who the they are. We're all masks on. Yo, take your chain off. I'm not taking my chain. I'm in the box. I'm not taking my chain off. I'm in the box. They 3. I'm like, yo, take your chain. Suck my. I'm not taking my chain off. Oh yeah, okay. They close my hatchback. It's a little door. To the they close it back. Go. All right. And I'm like, yeah. All right. So now I'm preparing myself because I'm already been fighting the police.
Yeah.
I used to fight the police all the time until I started educating myself. When I started going to school and educating myself, I started fighting the police. Besides that, I used to be bored. You know what I'm saying? In the cell. So I used to be like the police. Hey, I'm throwing shit at the police. I used to save my milk for a month for a little can of milk and pee on it, shit on it, mix it all up.
The cocktail.
They go crazy.
You hit them with the cocktail?
Yeah, they built this new thing. They used to come a slot and bring it in and open it to the bottom so you won't be able to throw nothing in.
All right. There you have it. The worst race riot in New York prison. And this guy here, Puerto Rican. On the one hand, he warned some blacks. And on the other hand, he stabbed some blacks. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Stay safe and stay free, people. Happy New Year.